Ohayo gozaimasu and welcome to Taco Ventures. If you don't know us, we are a multicultural channel about travel, art and history. It's been more than 6 months we have been in Japan, full of wonderful moments. Do you know about Nara? It is the first ancient Japanese capital. Come and meet the gentle and beloved residents, the sacred deer. We will see why Nara is a must-visit destination for anyone passionate about history, art, and the spirit of Japan. Let's dive into this ancient city story. Our journey starts at the Ichi-no-Tori, the grand entrance to the park of the Kasuga Taisha. As we walk through this gate, we are not just stepping into a park, we are stepping back in time. Nara served as Japan's first permanent capital from 710 to 794, during that what we know as the Nara period. This area put the foundation for much of Japan's cultural and political landscape, making Nara an important chapter in the country's history. Before, the country did not have a fixed capital. Instead, the capital was frequently moved from each new emperor. It was thought that the emperor's residence should not be used after their death to avoid some sort of curse. Today, Nara is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it reminds us the city's important past. Nara is famous for its old history, but also for its nature. We first encounter Nara's most famous inhabitants, the deer. These gentle creatures are more than just tourist attraction. They have been respected in Nara for centuries. According to legend, the deer were considered sacred messengers of the gods. We see locals spending time with large groups of these deer. A tradition that connects the people of Nara to their spiritual roots. We are really impressed by the beauty of the park in Nara. And the town is already in our heart. We have heard about many hikes to do around here. And we wish to do some videos about it in the future. Here there is always something new around the corner. So make sure you are with us for the next discovery. After walking much more further in Nara Park, we found Saji Ike, a nice pond with a wooden pavilion on the water. While crossing a small bridge to get a closer look on the pavilion, something unexpected catches our eyes. A deer guards over a small fountain. This is not just any fountain, it's a natural sound system created by water through a buried bottle, producing a clear, calming sound. Next, we take a moment to relax at Ukumidyo. A peaceful pavilion on the water. Ukumidyo's pavilion was a very peaceful and romantic spot. It offers a tranquil space to reflect on the beauty of Nara's nature's landscape. The deer in Nara have been carefully protected since ancient times, and anyone who killed one was severely punished, even in an accidental manner. Deer are naturally very cautious animals, and wild deer rarely approach people, but the deer in Nara have been deified and have been given careful protection, so they have a fearless natures. However, they can become aggressive during the birthing season from May to July and during the mating season from September to November. As we walk through the parks, the scenes get busier. Students on school trip, tourists from all around the world, and of course the deer. What do you think about Nara?
Kawaii.
We make our way to Todaiji Namdaimon, a ground gate that marked the entrance to one of Nara's most iconic temples. This massive wooden structure has stood the test of time, and just outside we encounter a fascinating reproduction of the hand of the Buddha. The right hand is called Semi-in. It means taking people's fear. The left hand is called Yogan-in. It means granting people's wish. It's very big hand, so it can be like very interesting to see the real actual Buddha. We have reached the heart of Nara. This is the Todaiji and the famous Daibutsuden, or Great Buddha Hall, a gigantic bronze Buddha. This massive Buddha building dates back the early 8th century, and it was once the world's largest wooden building. Despite having been damaged and destroyed multiple times due to fires, earthquakes, and accidents, both the building and the statue have been continually repaired. As we step inside the Daibutsuden, we are dwarfed by the gigantic size of this ancient structure. It remains one of Japan's most significant religious sites. This Buddha, unlike the one we explore in Kamakura, is protected by a magnificent building, adding another layer of reverence to our site. So it's look smaller than it is because we are far away. But after Kamakura, it's very insanely big. It's very beautiful. We are all around. There is like lotus flowers. Actually, like the index is this. The Masha, this one, middle finger. I will not show the middle finger, but it have the size of a human person. Actually, the size of Mari, 1.5 meters. This is one of the lotus petals from the flower where Buddha sits. It have a complex design made for describing the state attained by the Buddha after 6 years of austerities, reaching the enlightenment. But what is the purpose of this building? The Nara period have an agitated history. Buddhism was still a new religion and not fully accepted by everyone. An outbreak of smallpox killed 1/3 of Japan's population. Emperor Shomu, the 45th Emperor of Japan, issued a decree to establish Buddhist temples in every province across the Japan. Todaiji became the central temple for all these in 752. Behind the Great Buddha, you will find miniature replica of the temple and its grounds, which illustrate the history of the building. The Great Buddha Hall have been rebuilt twice after fire. The current structure is complete in 1709. It's still massive, measuring 57 meters long, 50 meters wide, and 49 meters high. It is actually 30% smaller than its predecessor, due to lack of funds. I find this place remarkable because, despite this change, it remains an iconic symbol of Japan's Buddhist heritage. The Todaiji is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, making it one of the most important spiritual sites in Japanese spiritual culture. As our day in Nara comes to a close, we have a recommendation for a peaceful way to conclude our visit. Located 400 meters east of Todaiji, another important part of the temple complex is the Nigatsudo Hall. Originally built during the Nara period, the current structures was reconstructed in 1669. Designed as a national treasure of Japan, Nigatsudo is renowned for hosting the historic Omizutori ceremony, a Buddhist ritual held every spring since the 8th century. This ancient event marks the approach of the spring, and once the Omizutori concludes, the cherry blossoms begin to bloom, signaling the arrival of the new season. However, we came for the view. Located on the hillside, the Nigatsudo have a wooden balcony offering breathtaking view of Nara. It is the place to see the beauty of the temple and the surrounding scenery. From ancient temple to sacred deer, we have explored some of the many facets of Nara, a cultural and spiritual place. If you like history or simply enjoying natures of Japan, Nara have something truly special to offer. In our next episode, we will be heading back to Kyoto to visit the Kinkakuji, the famous temple building covered in gold. Don't miss it!